Oh my gosh. Maybe the what? I'm here, finally. Oh my gosh. Can people hear my voice? He late. Stand proud. Sorry, I am late. I couldn't figure out how to go live on YouTube. So now I have, and I'm super pro, and I'm loving it. What's up? Are people... I'm typing. Them Arby's boys. Yeah, finally done pooping. The joke is I was pooping before this. Thank you, Frig. What up? Hey. This is a very dark room. I'm sorry. This is kind of my office, and I like to keep it dark. So, can people hear me? If people can hear me, just say yes, we can hear you. I got a little, I got my little AirPods in. I mean, my little earbuds in. Anyone can hear? Can you just say yes? We hear you. We hear you. Yeah. This is my friend Ray. She didn't know she was going to be a part of the live stream, but she's been working on a costume for me for something. And I forgot that I told her to come over at this time, and also that I was going to do the live stream at this time. Okay. So, first of all, thank you for joining me on this live stream. We're celebrating 200,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. We're also just kind of celebrating the, new push of content. Arby's Boy, Arby's Man 2 just popped off. So, yeah. So I have some updates I want to give, but I also just wanted to field some questions from people. First up, I wanted to know if people are enjoying the new videos. So far, there's been the Arby's guy, there's been the Shame Breakers, and then there was the Infernal Communion and Weird Anime guy. Are people liking the format? I'm kind of doing that every month. It's going to be a vlog, Infernal Communion. It'll be like a news type of video, like Arby's or anime, and the Shame Breakers. There's 2 more of those, and then we're going to do versions of those ONYX date sketches where he's Skype dating, but we're going to kind of shoot them better and take more time with them. I usually really shoot them on the fly. Weird anime guy was the best. Thank you. I'm enjoying you not telling me what you're drinking. I'm not drinking anything. There's nothing here. I don't know. There's water off camera. Soda stream. So any questions about those videos? About anime guy or the new Arby's one? Oh, can you bring back Friday faves though? So that Infernal Communion kind of is Friday faves now. That's the next iteration of that. Same deal, him vlogging from his desk. Will there be more Welcome to the Shadow Zone? No, there will not be more Welcome to the Shadow Zone. Ray knows all about that. She worked on that. In fact, this costume is kind of similar to the foam.
The lady that you're fighting, that you got the black one.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So no, there will not be more Shadow Zone. It was a web series for Nerdist. Hold on one second. I'm going to close the door to my office if I can. Welcome to the Shadow Zone was a web series for Nerdist. They chose not to renew it, so there will not be any more Welcome to the Shadow Zone. That Gert. Are you still in Detroit? I've never been to Detroit. Spoiler, I've never been to Detroit. I have never been to Detroit. So sorry. Notice me, Daniel. Consider yourself noticed. How's little Willie going? That's on my list of things to discuss. Okay. Sorry, I'm new to this live streaming thing and this chat thing. Little Willie, we finally got into a festival. and we will be premiering it at the Chattanooga Film Festival. And that is the first festival. It's not the first festival we've gotten into, but it is the first festival it's the one that's coming up the quickest. And I've written a feature based on that. My goal is that we get into festivals and then we get interest in the feature. That's the plan, and things always go as planned. How do you come up with your scripts or ideas for sketches? Usually it's like one joke, one little bit of something will make me laugh, and then I'll write a whole sketch around it. Like that brother-sister sketch. I thought of that joke of him saying that crazy thing, and then I wrote the whole bit around it of everyone else getting interviewed and it being this comic shop geek TV thing. And then sometimes you write around location, or you write around what resources you have. So if a friend of mine is like, hey man, I run a deli, if you ever need to shoot anything at a deli, and then I'll write a deli sketch that night. Thank you, Just in Time to Play. Thank you so much. And thank you, Island Metal Forge. Thank you for showing the support. Will ONYX ever find a girlfriend? Well, I wrote a sketch that I haven't shot yet where that may be in the future for him, but it's hard to decide what kind of person that would be. Someone like him or someone very opposite of him. That's always in question. How did you wait for another news story about Arby's employees to happen? So, how long did you wait for another? Honestly, the administrator who helps me run everything, she found that video, the new one, and she sent it to me. I'd have to check. That could have been a year ago, and I didn't shoot it until last month. But that was her. The only news video I've ever found was the Satanist one. The others have been sent to me, and then I checked them to see if it would work, if the lower thirds could be cut out, and if the audio could be mimicked. What's happening with Bizarre States podcast? Okay, last podcast on Spotify was Feb 2019. Yeah, you're not wrong. So we just had to wait a while to relaunch the podcast. Thank you, Bouncing Soul 87. No, you're the man. We had to wait a while to relaunch the podcast because, there's always stickiness behind the scenes. So we are relaunching it, and we have a new title, and it's going to be coming out this month. So that's all I have to say. God, thank you. You love the Psychopomp short film. Thank you. I shot another short film on my cell phone that's kind of the same vibe, and it's coming out this week. So I'm glad you like that. Olivia should get you a cameo on The Magicians. That would be great. Although ONYX would be a very bad magician and he would probably blow something up. Does it bother me that ONYX gets the most spotlight on my content? Is there another character I wish got more attention? No, but there's other characters that I would like to see exposed as much as ONYX, but mainly Vincent Dooley, a character I did many years ago with a friend of mine named Joe. And I've always wanted Vincent to have his day in the sun, but arguably ONYX is more lived in, and he comes to me more easily, so he's easier to write. So, ONYX makes sense. He's the easiest for me to perform. Vincent I got to practice that. How long does it take to memorize the sketches? So, it only takes me about 20 minutes to memorize them, but they need to be memorized right before filming because it'll leave my head. So for instance, the Arby's guy, the most recent one, I memorized it within the hour leading up to filming. Same for Anime Guy. I memorized Anime Guy while they were filming with the host, getting other interviews. I walked down the hall and memorized it. Because memorizing it the day before doesn't really work for me. It needs to be done like in the moment. Have you ever done stand-up? I've done some live appearances as ONYX at comedy shows. And I don't know. It's not, it didn't work as well as I wanted it to. I did a song as ONYX and he was singing about Masha. And, I don't know. It was, it didn't, I don't know if he's the best live character. What's my day job? I work in production. I worked at Nerdist for 6 years as a producer and a director. And now I currently work at another digital company as a producer. So I make content, whether it's mine or whether it's, for other people. Worm, thank you. Am I a real Satanist or is it just the character? I feel like if I called myself a Satanist, it would be offensive to people that really took that seriously. So I couldn't say I'm a Satanist, but I guess I would say I like there's certain tenets that I've learned as I research that stuff that I can agree with, but I don't subscribe to it as a religion, Satanism. I also can't track exactly what it is. I've interviewed Satanists, and sometimes it's like, well, we believe that Satan isn't real, and other times they're like, no, we believe in the devil, and I'm like, oh well, but maybe that's just me not paying attention. It's kind of like, but yeah, it's more like, I guess, just about connecting to your animal self and earth. I don't know. I'm misrepresenting Satanists. Satanists are wonderful. I'm just not one. Rue Man should make a return. The problem with Rue Man, I always felt like he wasn't much of a character. It was just kind of me goofing off at a convention. But sometimes I'm surprised by what people are into because it's something I may not have been that into. I always thought Rue Man was kind of me phoning it in. I mean, I guess he kind of has a voice and a cadence, but he's not really fleshed out, How many takes does it do for me to do a sketch? No, it's not all in one go. And, oh yeah, I still talk to my old director buddy, Joe. Yeah. Future select collabs with Ryan Stanger, somebody asked. Oh, I hope. Ryan Stanger is my favorite person on earth. And we will work together again. But sorry, I went past one. How many takes? I would say I literally just edited the Arby's guy video this week, so I can count. I think there's probably 12 takes of that rant, and I only got it right once. Oh, no, twice. I'll usually get it right twice. And it's not even for lack of being memorized. It's that once you start talking that fast, it doesn't even matter how memorized you are because you're just talking so fast. You're getting ahead of your memorization. Doesn't work. Why am I rainbow colored? Because I have a light next to my computer that changes color. Do I have a TikTok? Yes. Onyx the Fortuitous is the TikTok. And I just started it last week because I saw somebody ripped one of my anime guy clips and it had 3 million views on TikTok from someone else's account. Did I ever work at an Arby's? No, but I did. I didn't ever do fast food, but I worked in a movie theater for years. And yeah, I have merch. Oh, there's Onyx merch. There's probably Onyx merch on my YouTube channel underneath my videos. It comes up. But if you go to I guess, I don't know if BowserVids store is a link, but if you go to my YouTube channel, you can find merch. Or go to andrewbowserdirector.com. Maybe you can get to something there. Thank you, Michelle. I'm having a hard time keeping up, y'all. You got to forgive me. What was I talking about? Did I ever work at Arby's? No, but I worked in a movie theater and I worked in concessions often. I don't play many video games. Somebody asked me about a video game, I think. Yeah. What's my favorite thing in the Arby's menu? I don't eat fast food. I don't eat from Arby's. So sorry. Am I working for any other channels? No. Who is Onyx's dad? Hey, thank you, Andy. Who's Onyx's dad? I actually had a whole pilot written. I wrote a TV pilot about Onyx meeting his dad. And we had cast who would play his dad. And I don't know if I can tell you because I feel like there's a part of me that I still want it to happen, But let me just say it was one of my comedic heroes, and they said yes to playing Onyx's dad in a TV pilot, and then we couldn't find anybody to make it. So that was cool. Thank you, Andy. Do any of your personal opinions on film or music find their way into Onyx scripts? Yeah, I don't like giving my personal opinions on film or music because I worry about coming across as well, this is insulting, I guess. I don't want to look like a critic. No offense to critics, but I'd rather just make stuff. But yeah, if Onyx says he hates the movie Hereditary, then Andrew Bowser hates the movie Hereditary. I would never have Onyx say he likes something that I don't like, and I would never have Onyx say he hates something that I don't hate. Let's put it that way. Brent Spiner would make a good dad to Onyx. David Hasselhoff as the dad. Oh my gosh, yeah. It would be funny if Onyx's dad was completely opposite his type. Oh, that's true. Am I metalhead? No. But one of my favorite bands is the band Ghost. Yeah, if you could, I mean, yeah, they're metal, but not like, thrash metal. Do I actually hate the movie Hereditary? Yes. Have you considered making a feature-length mockumentary? I made one. It was called The Mother of Invention, but we made it in 2007 or 8. So yeah, but I do have an idea for an Onyx mockumentary, and I will say this: it has to do with the next Onyx news video, which is a subject. Well, I'll tell you what the subject is, because you all were so nice to join us in this live Q&A. I'll tell you. In a few weeks, the next Onyx news video is Cult, and Onyx is just one of the crazy ensemble, and that is the mockumentary. So that is a good question. I would love to make an Onyx mockumentary. What do I do to recharge my creativity? Squatting heads, that's a good question. I go on hikes most mornings, and that's where I get recharged. And I listen to music, and I watch 80s horror films. Yeah. Did I ever see the movie A Ghost Story? And if so, what did you think of it? So which ghost story? Because there was one out like a year or two ago called Ghost Stories, but then there's an old movie called Ghost Story. Is that what you're talking about, Jeffrey? The answer is I haven't seen either of them, so I don't know why I'm asking for you to specify. But if it's the Ghost Story I think you're talking about, it's a great old poster, just like the side of a house, black and white, and I've always wanted to see that movie. Oh, thank you, Stone Agro. No, you have a copy of The Mother of Invention. Sorry, I think I missed a. Oh, thank you, Ellie. Okay, how did you do the weird guy Arby's guy video? No, I was not actually on the news. I've talked about this before, so I don't feel like it's too crazy to say. But also, I think it's fun to say for the people that were nice enough to join us in chat. Those videos are created one of two ways: anime guy or gamer guy. They are me shooting an entire video package at a convention from scratch with a team, and Onyx is one of the people, but we go and shoot that whole video package. The news videos I shoot myself on a street somewhere in LA, and then I splice it into an existing newscast. It feels weird to say that because that's giving away such a...
I had to keep my mouth shut when making those costumes.
Yeah, totally. I know, but I feel like I've talked about it enough to where it's okay. And also, I see that most people that come across the videos online are still, kind of in the dark as to how they're made. Oh, am I excited for Candyman? Yeah, I love the original Candyman. Love it. And the trailer for the new one has me feeling confident that it will be exciting and well done. I'm searching for those ducks. Everybody knows when I go hiking, I'm looking for ducks. When is Worm 2 coming? Oh, I wish. Is that a wig when I play the weird guy? Yeah. Yeah. For sure it is. How deep does that hole go? Do you feel like you're... Oh, so I should talk about the Detroit thing, because that was just by chance. I saw the Satanist video and it was Detroit. And so I made it. I said, well, that's where Marcus Trilbury is from. Then it just so happened that next Arby's video also was Royal Oak, Michigan, and now Sterling Heights, Michigan. So he's from Michigan. I don't know. That was fortuitous, you might say, that there were that many newscasts from Michigan that fit my needed construct. How much of that cosplay? Oh, well, I'll change your question, Nick, to be more appropriate. Do I get recognized at cons when I'm dressed like Onyx? Yes, especially if it's like BlizzCon or what am I thinking of? Oh, Monsterpalooza, like a horror convention. What's your favorite genre of horror? the stuff from the 80s, like Stuart Gordon, Reanimator, Pumpkinhead is my favorite horror movie. I'm from Maryland originally. I am on Cameo. Sorry, I'm answering all these things it's hard to keep up. I am on Cameo. Will there be any new vids with me and Chobot? Yeah, I may do a video with her on her YouTube channel, just with, I think it's just Chobot. Where did I get the inspiration for Onyx's voice? So this is weird because this seems like an anecdote you'd invent. Am I wasting your time, Ray, by doing this?
Oh, I'm looking at my cat.
Oh, okay, good, okay. This sounds like an anecdote I'd make up to make a story better, but the truth is, I started ONYX by coming up with I don't know. That was the first thing that came into my head. So I remember looking in the mirror and I just said, I don't know. And then I said, I want to do a character that's so nervous and so insecure that he always says, I don't know, even if he's talking about something he knows very affirmatively. What's your favorite horror movie? Pumpkinhead? I don't know. I like that he just bails on it right away. So it started with the I don't know. And then it got, and it grew from there. And then he talks faster and faster the longer I do him. I look at the old videos and he talks way too slow. I do still have a podcast with Chobot. I answered this. I don't play Magic the Gathering. The new podcast will launch in March with Starburns audio. My favorite video that I made, well, I really I'll always see like technical flaws in the older videos. Like if I watch Weird Satanist Guy, I think he talks too slow. If I watch Weird Arby's Guy, I think it went on for too long. So the honest truth is I always like the most recent one. So I like the new Arby's video the best, especially because it involves other people, Do I think it's a lazy move by studios to remake older films? No, not if it's a fun new interpretation. I hope I get the chance to remake a movie one day that was one of my favorites. I'd remake Pumpkinhead in a heartbeat. I one time walked out of I watched Pumpkinhead at the Draft House here in LA, the original Pumpkinhead, and I was so juiced up from it that I had an entire outline for a Pumpkinhead remake in my head by the time I got out of the movie. And I sat down in the Draft House bar and I wrote the entire outline. It was like a 7-page outline. So if anybody wants to hire me to remake Pumpkinhead, I got the outline. Sorry, I'm missing stuff. Thank you, Cinnamon Beard, for the Tiny Wine Fund. I would love to make an ONYX life-size anime pillow. That would be sick. Shadow Zone Season 2. I already answered that, but there will not be a Shadow Zone Season 2. It was canceled by Nerdist. Starburns from Community. Yes, the Starburns audio, that company, yes, is named after Starburns from Community because it's Dan Harmon's world and production company. I'll notice you, Barb SpongeBob. What music do you like? I listen to Ghost. I listen to a band called Self. They're my favorite band of all time. And I listen, I like Jack White. I don't know. I'm kind of a little basic I love the band Placebo. They're one of my favorite bands because I am old. Have I ever thought about making ONYX an anime? That would be amazing. I've always tried to get ONYX animated stuff going, but and I got a couple little ONYX animated things going over at Nerdist. And then the guy that did the new intro to Infernal Communion, I'm going to see, maybe we could do a collab making little ONYX animated stuff. Okay, cool. Oh, wow. That's old school. Zella Maisel was awesome. That was a band I was in very long time ago. And I am glad, who said that? I just lost it, Mike, that you liked Zella Maisel. This is going really well. And I really appreciate everybody showing up. I think I'm going to, especially because I was late, I'm going to do it for a few more minutes. Let's say like 5 more minutes. And then we'll be done.
Do they want to see you try on your helm?
Oh, yeah.
You want to, I can wait.
Yeah, let's try it. Actually, you'll get a little sneak peek. Yeah, Matt Mahaffey from Self scored the Little Willie short film. So there's a little crossover. So we're going to try on this helmet because I needed to try it on. Should I look down first?
Yeah, look down.
Okay. Right, and then kind of look up into it?
Yeah. Cool. Yeah,
Yeah, it's going.
I just need to see how much space you need.
Huh?
An inch. Is that all right?
That is so funny.
I love my job. Okay, hold on. I'm going to tape it in place.
I wonder
I
if,
can get it off.
do you think it could go even lower onto my face?
Yeah, I've got foam up in here.
Yeah.
So let me just
Like if
tape-
these were just a little lower. We
Yeah.
can use the chat window as our mirror. If those sat a little lower.
Uh-huh. All right.
But that's really funny.
All right, so I'm going to look down. Oh, you're stubborn.
Oh, wait, when do I look up? Oh, wait, there we go.
Opposite.
Wait, now I missed a bunch of things. But did that make sense if it could come down a little lower? Okay, cool. Oh, that is for an upcoming short that I wrote. And thank you, Mysterious Forces Live. And you'll see that short soon. You know what I mean? It'll be on BowserVids. Thank you, TL Universe. Thank you. Gosh, you're a comic genius. Thank you so much. That sounds weird if I read that out loud. That sounds like I was doing that on purpose. Oh, dear. Can I do a random Onyx rant? I can't. It's those things have to be scripted. I'd run out of track too quickly. I wouldn't know what to say. Sometimes people have come up to me at cons and asked for me to do a rant on camera. They can't be improvised. They just can't. Do we have international shipping on merch? That I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm not sure. Goatman Part 2. I wish. Goatman was a movie I made a long time. Well, 2009 or 10. Found footage horror. And I wrote a sequel to it that was killer. Maybe I get to make them. Maybe I'll get to make a Goatman too. Anything else? My favorite Bizarre States memory was going to West Virginia to look for the Mothman. That was my favorite because I love the Mothman, and that's why I wanted to make an Onyx video about the Mothman, because he is my dreamboat. And I'd love to make a horror comedy mockumentary about the Mothman. Have I thought of making some music again? Thank you, Alex. Alex, I guess that was probably just Alex, but spelled cool, so I said Alex. Of course, I want to make music again. That's always something that I want to do, but I think it would probably have to be in character, and it would maybe be something comedic. Or I would do what Ghost does, and I would wear a mask and try to have a real band, but I would just not be known as myself, so maybe people would take it seriously. If you're at a con, do you stay in character? Sometimes if people come up to me, I stay in. I'm half in, half out. I'll act a little nervous and thanks, but I won't get too caught up in it. OCD couple. Yes, I wrote that sketch. What instruments do I play? None. I sing. I don't play any instruments. Wing ding dong dangler. Oh my gosh. Well, I did make Onyx made a music video. Onyx made a music video for his song Confusing Boner. I guess it wasn't a big hit because Emo Boy 0099 doesn't know I made it. Or maybe you do, but you want me to make more. I have not auditioned for big movie parts or TV shows. I don't have an agent or a manager. I don't get auditions for, what's it called? Anything. So no, I played a small part on an episode of that show, Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell. And that was because the creators liked my videos. And one of their producers wrote me on Twitter. If you were to try to get your friend into an Onyx video, probably start with Satanist Guy. I think go in order. Start with Weird Gamer Guy. And then go in order. Weird Gamer, Weird Satanist. There's other ones in there, but Arby's
was always nice.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Arby's actually I think got more popular online even than the Satanist one. Favorite ride at Disneyland? I have an answer for that. What is my favorite ride? Oh, I mean Haunted Mansion, just because I don't like roller coasters, so I just like the chill vibey stuff. There was a question in there that I missed, and oh gosh. I love Nathan Barnett. He was in a short film of mine called Monster Machine. And he's fantastic, nicest guy in the world. Voice acting, I'd love to. Love to. I need a manager. I need an agent for voice. Who do you think you sound like singing in your actual voice? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I guess. Well, we'll round it out to 8:45 my time because we're close. You're serious about much. You're serious about why do you think it's really? Oh, well, I don't know. It's weird. So someone said, "Why do you think your dramatic stuff hasn't like landed as much as my comedy stuff?" I don't know. You could kind of argue. I have friends that actually say you should stop doing comedy because you're better at drama. It's just that, dramatic work doesn't go viral. Comedy goes viral. Absurdity goes viral. But my drama is what's gotten into film festivals. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like 6 in one, half dozen in another. But I don't know. I think now I'm working more at blending the dramatic with the comedic and less seeing them as separate. So like the thing that we're making this costume for is like a darker comedic thing. There won't be more episodes of the Infernal Communion where I'm singing horror lyrics, but there will be more episodes of Infernal Communion, if that makes sense. I don't. What is it? Your more horror movie soundtrack later. Oh, yeah. Any other festivals you're looking at for Little Willie? We've entered 16 to 18 festivals, and I haven't heard back from those 16 to 18. I've heard back from one, and that's Chattanooga, and we're going. So I'm waiting. Hopefully we'll get into more of that list. Opinions on Oscar winners. That's a good question because my favorite film of the year was Parasite. So the fact that we live in a world where, in my opinion, the best film won the best film Oscar, it's weird because I'm used to seeing films win. Not that, it's truly a gauge of what the best work of art was that year, but it was crazy for me that it seemed like you unanimously or on a large level, everybody loved the film that I also loved because I'm used to that not being the case all the time, the stuff that I'm into. Not to sound like one of those people that's like, I was into them first. But Bong Joon-ho is one of my favorite directors. It's him and Michael Haneke. And those are my boys. So, Parasite, I was very, very excited. Would I ordain your wedding in character? Of course. I would love to do that. Just write me through my website or whatever. And that would be amazing. How did you get into doing this? I just grew up acting and auditioning for stuff and in Maryland, and then I kind of never stopped. I tried to stop in film school and focus on writing and directing, but then my friends in film school would put me in their movies. So I kept acting because I would act in my film school buddies' stuff. Have I thought of linking up with other sketch YouTube comedians? Yes, but I need to do that more. I do, truthfully. Remake of Chopping Mall. Oh boy, with ONYX. Oh, honestly, Essential Chris, that's such a good idea that I may steal that and then just pitch it, because that would be the way to get an ONYX movie made. Is don't try to make an original ONYX movie. Just try to remake an old horror movie and put him into it. That's a great idea. I had a pitch for an ONYX movie that was kind of a parody of like Terminator. It was called Beefy Bad Boy from Outer Space, and Ryan Stanger was going to play the Beefy Bad Boy from Outer Space. And it was a Terminator that came back in time to kill ONYX because he was responsible for creating some virus in the computer system that took out the Terminators in the future. And he was just like an IT guy. Will I ever do another video like new accounts where I play multiple characters? Yeah, probably. I'm just focusing on the ONYX stuff right now. Okay. Well, all right. I think that's good. So I saw one other question here that I wanted to say because it was something about horror. Oh, Churdleys and I have been actually trying to collab for a while, and he's the one that he invited me to a comedy night, and I did some live comedy at an internet comedy night that he did, and he was so nice. So I should do something with him. He was fantastic. This project I can't say much about, but it is about a weird guy that's not ONYX, being a weird guy. Yeah. Okay. I think that's good. Thank you so much for being a part of this chat. I hope I didn't miss calling out anybody that felt like they should have been called out. 35 minutes. That's not bad for a first little one of these live streams. All right. Thank you so much. Next week's video is going to be a weird short film, another one like Psychopomp. So I hope people stick around for it because There won't be Onyx this week. It'll be one of my weirder things. And then the next week, it'll be back to Onyx stuff. So I'm hoping people still watch my weird short film, but I won't be hurt if you don't. Stonegrono, thank you so much. Thank you. And all right, cool. Thank you to everybody for showing up for this. I honestly didn't know how many people would show up. So the fact that there are people here was really encouraging, and we'll do this again for sure. Okay. Have a good night and have a good weekend. Bye.